just an amazing person and a trailblazer in the technology and agricultural sector. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
So, Doctor, you're saying that genetically modified foods have no harm or damage to humans and the environment.
Thanks for that question. But they don't have, there's no proof anyway in science. I can't just say they don't have. But for now, there hasn't been any proof. They have been used, in the US for the past maybe 25 years or so, I think. Commercialization started for a very long time.
Yes.
Farmers have been enjoying the use and all in Canada, in South Africa, here in Africa, in India, in Japan. I mean, so many countries are into this, have been into this, Brazil, Argentina. In fact, most of the maize grains imported into Nigeria are from Brazil and Argentina.
Wow.
So, and they are all, it helps you in reducing production costs. And so, some poultry farmers prefer to import, as they use this technology. So the technology helps in reducing production costs, because the number of space go down and all those things. And then anyway, they use mechanization and all those. But here in Nigeria, you have to do a lot of sprays, things that many times and all those things. And so they add to production costs. And that's why whatever the farmer has paid, he must recoup. So actually, then another thing is the regulation. The regulation makes it safer. That's the most, any technology, once it's regulated, is the most regulated food in the history of mankind. And the regulation takes care of the safety.
Yes.
Of course, it ensures it reposes confidence, in that food. Gives you the confidence that yes, this thing is highly regulated. The electricity we're enjoying is regulated, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So most technologies are regulated. The most important thing is that regulation.
Yes.
And that is it. And this food is regulated. I mean, the technology is regulated. In Nigeria, we have a biosafety framework. The National Biosafety Management Agency has the mandate to regulate, and they're doing their bit. They have laboratory, they have trained staff, they have those.
Yeah.
So I think we should have that confidence. South Africa, they depend on this. I mean, because South Africa, they have, they experience a lot of drought over there. I've visited and I've seen. You need to see, the maize, no water, most of the maize they grow is drought tolerant.
Wow.
Yeah. And they eat it, and I ate it. And I tell you, it's very nice. In fact, I even came with some very nice to eat and all those. So the cotton, if you see their cotton, because of drought,
yes,
they're dwarf. And they can grow, they have the potential to grow wide.
Yes.
But then because of lack of
water, yes.
So you see, it's helping in, in Africa, it takes us time to adopt technologies.
Yes.
And we don't even invent, we don't even innovate.
Yes.
So that's the thing. And we were born of the same image. God made us. And
this point you made is very valid.
Yes.
Science and technology is often considered a female shy field.
Yeah.
How did you go into it? How did you get into it in the first place?
Yeah, how did I get into science?
Yes.
Okay. It started in secondary school. I did my primary school. Primary school, that's general knowledge.
Yes.
Got into FGGC Yola. So did from 1 to 3. When we got to from 3, so it was time for us to make choices. And it was difficult for me, really, because I was good. I passed all the subjects, both science and arts, history, CRK, literature, English, and French. In fact, I think in my class, I used to be the best student in French. I'm 84/6. I was unbeatable in French. And so how I escaped into science was I had an affinity for science really.
Mm.
Um, I don't know. My French teacher traveled. She was not around. And so I think I had that. That was what helped me. Otherwise, if she was there, she really wanted me to continue with French.
Yes.
And maybe go to Paris also. I would have been maybe an ambassador now. So, so, so it was easy for me because she was not around. But when she came back, it was hey.
She was angry.
She almost like she was very angry. She almost flogged me. But I had to.
You made a
I
choice.
just made the choice. I just said no. I have to. I like I'm adventurous. I like trying out things. I like things that are difficult to. So I went into my science. I mean, real science. Not. I even did maths, additional mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, all of them. You know.
How would you describe your upbringing and your formative years in relation to your drive and passion for ensuring food security in Nigeria?
Primary, secondary, yeah. Life was not easy. It was hard. Um, I just had that. Can I say I had passion for school? Those days, girls were not. I think I didn't just grow up in one place. My mother kept on sending me to her sister. Her sister didn't have a child; she was married, so I stayed with her. But all the time, like they wanted to get me married, married. But I just didn't. I didn't like that. Force myself that I must go to school. I think I had a very strong passion, very strong will that I didn't just want to mess up my life, without. And I used to say it. Well, I think whatever I said when I was small came to pass.
Oh, that's so nice.
That's just I don't know. You can't just my aunts could not just get me down to do those things and what. And I used to tell them that me, I must go to school and I must, and it happened. That's why it's good. Just set your goal, set it even mightier than you, and work towards it. Determination and all.
Yes.
It was turbulent, very humble background, but I managed to, ended up in the university and what, and I really thank God. God, I think sometimes, I mean, there's God hand in it because without God, I don't think I would have been able to make it. I did went to university, finished. I think before I finished, I got married. That's when I got married in my part 4. I think between 3 and 4. So I got married and I met 2-1. Because even at the university, I was confused. I don't know. Because my school sat the combination.
Yes.
I could read economics. I could do accountancy.
Yes.
I could do anything. Medicine, and I think it was only medicine because I had a problem with physics. But add maths, all other things.
Yes.
So, but I had a flair for pharmacy. But it didn't go. Wanted to do accountancy, it didn't go. So I went into food science and technology at the end, a professional course, which was it wasn't an easy course.
Yes.
I finished it. After that, we came to Abuja. I got employed with the Federal Ministry of Science and Tech, Shida Science and Technology Complex. I spent 1 year there and then now moved over to National Biotech Development Agency. I think when I got there, it's now like it started as a development agency, but then we are now like a research institute.
Yes.
I was while at Shida, I was in the lab doing all those tissue culture, so many scientific things.
Yes.
And all those things, and with time I had to enroll for masters.
Yes.
Enroll for PhD. So kept on, and today I'm here, and I'm into science communication. I'm into scientific research. I think I I have this thing for communication. I think the talents God has given me, linking, cross linking people and what.
Like you just said, your passion for communicating the importance of technology-based agriculture
Yeah.
in Nigeria and then of course across Africa. What would you say can help facilitate, this message? What can be done to help facilitate your message of a technology-based agriculture, to ensure food security?
Yeah, my message is that we should believe in technology. It
Yes.
works. It has worked in other countries, so many countries. They're enjoying the fruits of those things, and that's why they're doing a lot. We cannot do without technology these days, especially now with this COVID-19 pandemic and what.
Yes.
So many things we're reducing. I mean, the economy is changing, everything is changing, policies have to change along with them. You That contactless economy is coming in. Even like in farming, you can't gather too many people in same farm together.
Yes.
Yes, so we have to reduce contact as much as possible. So the use of mechanization and what could actually help.
Yes.
We are more affected here because of lack of use of technology and what, or having access to it. Sometimes those are some of those things. The tractors, they are more expensive, but if you don't have problem.
Yes.
You don't need anyone. If you go to US, like 400 hectares land of farm
Yes.
is only operated by 3 people, by a family. They don't need anybody. I tell you, they have planters. So I'm looking towards having that kind of system in Nigeria.
Yes.
So that we need to accept it, because we can move forward if we accept technology very well, without bringing in those side talks and what, or without politicizing it, and those things. So it works, and we will actually move higher and higher.
Yes.
Technology is used in everything, like this medium that we're using to talk, to communicate, what we are doing and all. It's technology.
Absolutely.
You people are also being regulated.
Yes.
So what is it? So people should also believe in some of the policies that government take in government institutions. They should they should give us chance. And then also to the government, we need the government to invest, research and development, a lot of funds in it.
Yes.
So that we can perform, so that we can deliver.
Yes.
I think all we need is the funds. Government should invest, because without R&D is actually the bedrock of every economy. And without it, if you don't invest in it, you can't. We should take away. We should reduce these quick wins, because our want for quick wins.
Yes.
Like, what can this bring quickly to me? They are not sustainable.
They are not
at all. They're not sustainable. Start it from the foundation, from the scratch.
Yes.
If you want to do anything, if I carry out research on this and that, I will know more about it.
Yes.
I'll be able to bring in development and what, so many things. So that when you depend so much on quick wins, and then we keep on importing. So those people, those countries, let's look at other countries, Brazil and what. Let's study how they came into, where they are today.
Yes.
And let's adopt, do same thing here. You can borrow technology, you can do, but you have to put in money and then believe in the system.
Yes.
And then, control it. When you put the funds, you don't allow the funds, you have to monitor how they are spent and what, but not just like real proper monitoring, not this kind of money.
Your advocacy for food security and technology-based agriculture.
Yeah.
What would you say your personal desires are towards this? Why do you want this to be so? Why do you want us to move from where we are to a technology-based agriculture?
To move forward, is because of issue of poverty. Where we are today is not it. I mean, all these vices, social vices that are going on, the banditry, the armed banditry, the Boko Haram, Hiddas farmers clashes, the war. You know, it's because there's nothing doing for those youth.
Yes.
They will come, give them small money, deceive them. Even within the working system, the ministries, I mean, there are so many vices going on. I mean, so many things, the corruption, collecting bribe, and I don't know, people are not well paid. I mean, your salary does not go higher, but there are so many,
Yes.
demands on you on what because of lack of job, because of this.
Yes.
So if we adopt this system to make food available,
Yes.
to be able to feed our population,
Which is an essential thing.
it is an essential thing. If I have food to eat, if the food is cheap and I can afford it, so many families now cannot can I say afford 3 square meals in a
Yes,
day.
absolutely.
This is real, it's true. I don't know. Some people are still burying money on the ground.
Yes.
Share. I don't know. Me, I will just say it, the way it is.
Yes.
So I don't know. There's so much gap, between the rich and the poor. And that is why the poor now, okay, let me see how you people, do you understand?
Yes.
Let me do my own. Let's see how, I mean, when you go to other countries like the UK, like what, there's at least a stipend for someone who does not even have work before you are employed. When you're employed, there's a social system. I mean, they give so that, just to try and bridge that gap.
Yes.
That equality gap. I know we can't all be, it's difficult here because the population is so blown up and it's still on the increase. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, I do.
I know there are so many graduates without job and work. But if we work towards this food security,
Yes.
work towards it.
Yes.
Let every child in the village, at least let every family be able to have the 3 square meals.
Yes.
Some people, if they have food to eat, they won't be, at least, the poverty level can drop and go down.
Yes.
Let's just achieve that food security. One thing, let's just do one thing.
Yes.
So that's why I'm so passionate about it. Because sometimes when I travel to the village, the countryside,
Yes.
and some people, if I give them like maybe just 100 naira,
Yes.
they'll be so happy. And I would like, 100 or 200 naira, they are so happy about it. And what can that buy? The lack is too much in the society. We have to do something. It's an emergency. It's a matter of emergency. I don't know whether I'm alone in this, but I know there are so many.
No, you're not alone.
There are so many of us.
Yes.
We are yearning for that, and I think my agency is it's also so passionate about us using technology to achieve that food security. We should forget about whatever, whether it's this or that, but let's have food first. Food on the table for everyone. No child goes to bed hungry, and no child is malnourished.
Yes.
That is just what I am for.
Reflecting on your journey as a personal journey as a food scientist and advocate for agricultural-based technology for food security, what would you say has been your most rewarding moment so far?
The most rewarding moment so far was when I had my PhD.
Wow.
When I passed the what will I say, the Viva. That's
The requirements.
yeah, the requirement, the oral exam. There's you have to defend it.
Yes.
My defense, yeah, I think that's the right name for it.
Yes.
My defense, and that defense is an oral examination
Yes.
where you'll be called before a panel of judges. You have your external examiner there, you have your HOD, you have your own supervisor,
Yes.
and then there's a co-supervisor. I mean, like a large team of professors. So it wasn't
My, you
funny.
were tensed.
I was as if you know. How did you
I
know?
can imagine.
At the beginning, I was tense and I couldn't put myself together. It's like the thing is that hmm, the clever ones will start with a question you never expected. With a very simple question, and then you'll be thrown off your balance. But I gained back my balance and I picked up.
Yes.
And I picked up and I was, so at the end of the day now, like, they said, at the end of it, they said I should go out and wait a little. They'll call me back in. I went out and they called me back in. Wow. And they said, yeah, that uh, they had given me, I had
Yes.
passed. Hey, it was like I couldn't believe it. But with minor corrections. So they say I could call myself Dr. Rose Gidado. And I say, wow, Rose Maxwell Gidado. And I say, wow,
Congratulations
Daddy.
again, Ma.
Yes, so it was. I really thank God and I thank all my examiners and I thank all my colleagues for support. My my husband was, if not because of him, I think I would have given up because during the last days
Yes.
of your thesis, going to your supervisor. I mean,
Yes.
like the red virus in my work, in my ward. Sometimes I'll feel like just giving up. If you feel you've written in your best, by the
Yes.
time you give it, hey God, and you like, as if you never wrote anything good or what. So it wasn't funny. So, but my husband will say, just don't worry. I mean, it's like that. That it's like that. I should just continue. I should just carry on. I shouldn't be angry. I shouldn't be this. He kept on that it's normal. Is this? I should persevere.
Yes.
Him now being a lecturer, I think he knew.
Yes.
So he said because sometimes, I mean, they'll be doing things to anger you.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's it. You lose it. So I was just like, okay now, And during the practical days, I'll be in the lab, drive to Sheda, come back maybe by 11:30 in the night or 12 midnight. It's to read science. That's why like most
Yes.
people
Shy away from.
shy away from science because it's not an easy thing, especially your bench work in the lab. You just have to be extra
But how do you
hardworking. So I want to really thank my supervisors, thank
Yes.
my husband. I mean, for giving me that moral support, financial support. I think he really helped and supported me a lot. And
Doctor, how do you from all you've said,
yes,
science being a very tedious and time consuming field that requires a lot of attention, how do you strike a balance with work and family?
not really easy. Indeed, see, if you're a scientist and you're into research, and I think in fact in our office, you just have to be involved in one research or the other.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's not easy for you to get promoted to the next level because we're under the research cadre. And so, but then carrying out the real research, opening the lab, and then job and what. I mean, most times I don't sleep. I sleep very late. Sometimes I'll sleep maybe 2 a.m., 3 a.m. because I have to be reading one thing or the other, doing this
Yes.
and that. Um, it's not easy. The family suffers really in this case. If you don't have the backing and the support of the family, uh, do you know that? I don't know. I think I really need to commend my husband
Yes, please do.
in this.
Would you say he's your support system?
Yeah, Professor Maxwell Gidado, who is now the chief of staff to the governor, our ATM governor of
Adamawa
Adamawa
State.
State, hardworking governor, His Excellency Amadu Umaru Fintiri. Um, you know that sometimes I will sleep on top of laptop.
Oh,
I mean, my laptop is everywhere, all over on the bed, where, what. So, if you don't have a supporting husband, I don't think some men will just throw you out of the house. Like, okay, go and marry your laptop or go and marry your office and what. So, but I think he bought all those things and he got used. Initially, it wasn't easy for him, but mm, because he knows his work you're doing, that's it, you know. Because some men will like, okay, so you prefer your work, I mean, more than me, okay, but he persevered, he became used to it, and I think today he's no longer bothered.
yes.
But I tell you, it's not. But anyway, sometimes I try my best, like over the weekends,
Yes.
I give the family my time and work. And when I travel and come back, I give them my time during weekends mostly or the public holidays. Yeah. But there are some things that, as I mean, like cooking, that you have to do once in a while, and then taking care of the man's things and all, and so you know,
But how do you
washing some
unwind?
of his
It's
things.
so much you're doing. How do you relax? What do you do that,
Ah,
gives you that relaxation feel, from all the stress and the responsibilities you carry?
yeah. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Yes.
I like parties. I like going
Yay.
to wedding
Mm-hmm.
parties, birthday parties, and what. When I go to parties, I dance. I dance my heart out
Yes.
because I mean, it's a form of exercise and merriment. At least you
Yes.
forget about all this work and what, and you enjoy yourself. You calm down all your tension and
Mm,
what. So I like dancing. I like listening to music. I like partying. That's
that's
So
awesome.
that's how I relax, like when we go out for weddings and or maybe we are doing a home party,
Yes.
either my birthday or my daughter's birthday or my
Yes.
husband's birthday. hmm I give it time. I mean, because whatever I'm doing, I like excellence,
Yes.
perfection. But mostly, I like organizing parties and but uh, I do everything within a short period because of my work.
Yes. You have to go back
Maybe I could just start planning. Maybe the thing is tomorrow, I can start planning today.
today. Wow. Ma, do you have hobbies? Do you have other things you're interested in that you do that you like to
Okay,
do?
other hobbies.
Yes.
It's gardening. I like gardening.
Oh, that's
I like taking care of
awesome.
plants. I like plants. I like taking care of plants, but the time now. Hmm. But I knew that I was into horticulture,
Okay.
gardening. I think in our early days of marriage when I had not started work.
Yes.
I was selling flowers and all those things.
Okay. Okay. So, Ma, your last word for women and girls who are interested in, going into the science and technology field, what would you like to advise them encourage them.
Yeah, my last word for the girls, they shouldn't give up, no matter how difficult the terrain may seem.
Yes.
There are frustrations, especially when you don't have access to funds
Yes.
to carry out what you want to do. So they shouldn't give up. They should persevere. You have to be very persevering, very resilient, and then determination. Once you're determined that you want to, you must achieve that goal. Just set a goal and make sure the terrain is really turbulent. The path is not an easy path, but um, with your perseverance and
Yes.
all, you can overcome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So they shouldn't. They should just keep working hard, and with determination they will get to success. So, but once you cross that hurdle, that is it.
Dr. Rose, it has
The
been
rest is history.
awesome talking to you. There's so much we'll talk about, so much to explore. You're such an
Yeah.
amazing person and a trailblazer in the technology and agricultural sector. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about what I'm doing,
Yes.
and then to talk about my family life.
Yes.
Um, Looking forward to having you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you. The scientific field, what has been evident in this interaction is that resilience, excellence, and pursuit of our dreams is very possible. And of course, if you're out there, you can always stick to a cause and make the place where you are, your city, your country, the world a better place. This is the Urban Woman, and it has been absolutely amazing. See you next time. Bye.